Yes, it is Camilo, the dancer that we have here for this new character guide here. And let's go. Let's go. Lyzhenra is ready too. We'll start with the stats. Stat wise, you have D Mastery in 51, which is for D Mastery, it's kind of low. It is low, yeah. 14 as well, level 1. So if you're only looking at his stat, it seems weak there. Only at looking at his stats. Obviously, we'll have to look at other stuff too. Even early game is weak, late game is weak for D Mastery start. And our D Mastery start stab and throw. Throw, we know that's it's a peculiar mastery because of the limited quantity. Stab is decent though. Most of the time, you'll be playing your Camilo as a stab character, and if you want, you can go throw. If you have something with supply, most likely. That's how I do it with Camilo. I play it as a stab, and I do use throw if I get something in the supply. And then we have 2 skill. Duende was just changed, so now it's a charge. It was just changed this patch here, and it's a charge skill now. Max 5 times. So what does it mean? You can spam it if you want, but you use 2-second channeling cooldown. 2-second channeling each time, so it's kind of slow if you do, because you don't get the effect again. Cannot be activated again while still in effect. So what does it mean? You can't get the random stats again on top. You can't stack that. But what you can do is you can still now they give you some HP and stamina recovery. It doesn't tell you in the UI here, but when you get some HP and stamina from it, you gain the same amount in HP and stamina. It was in the patch note, so that's new. As long as the same time as the charge now. So you get 1 charge back every 60 seconds. So it's kind of a slow, small healing, and yeah, because of the channeling. Probably what they will be doing in the future, they might remove, they might reduce the channeling here. And if they remove the channeling, probably you'll get less effect from it. And the duration, they could still remain the same effect, but they will reduce the duration, obviously. That's what they did before with a character like Rosie. They did the same to her channeling. She had bigger channeling, and they reduced the duration, so. And you can't do it in a fight because that's too slow. 2 second during a fight is very too slow. So you have to do it before or off a fight, after a fight. So that's the thing, and that's why across the board Camilo has weaker stats, because he can potentially get some good RNG on his side with the 14 here. Obviously, the best RNG will be 14 at stat attack. So that will make 28 at start and 65 at the hand there. That's the best RNG, but very unlikely. But that's the dream. That's pretty much it for that skill there. You just use it. You can use it if you're low on HP, or like we did here with the chart now. You can use it before going into a fight, obviously. So you can hear some noise, we have some food, get your Duende, and after that go into the fight. After, when you are in the fight, that's before and after a fight, Duende healing or stat buff. During a fight, you have Animal Ladron with your combat skill there. And Animal Ladron was nerfed. It used to steal 15% of the enemy stat attack, but it was too much. Ever since he's Animal Ladron is on 10% of enemy stat attack, and we don't see it as much. I mean, it was a big nerf on Camilo, pretty much. And we don't see Camilo as much anymore. So now what they're trying to do is trying to balance Camilo by buffing Duende instead of Animal Ladron. So it lasts 10 seconds, so you can fight a little bit on that. We saw the stats, their stats are pretty mediocre, but at least if you steal 10% from the stat attack and armor from your enemy, it gives you a little boost, right? So you can fight on that. Of course, the thing with Animal Ladron, since it's a debuff, They can always use restoration on you, so you gotta watch out for that too. Since it's a debuff. So if they do have restoration, yeah, again, they get rid of your animal Ladron there. It's not a very popular aptitude, but the more debuff that are introduced in the game, the more likely this aptitude can shine. So, yeah, as we already talked in the research, the aptitude video there. So yeah, you have your little Duende before a fight or after a fight if you want to heal too. And during a fight you have Animal Ladron. That's pretty much it for Camilo. D-Start usually should have higher stat. It does have higher stat, but it's RNG. That's what kind of make it inconsistent, I guess. Yeah. But I feel they're not done buffing Camilo. I think we'll get to a point right where Camilo can be good. Buffing him from the Duende side, most likely. Other than that, if you need armor and stuff, armor and weapon, we already covered in the link in there for weapon, stabby weapon, what you can craft for stabby. You can check that one if you don't know what to craft for stab character. Or even throw character, in the same that video, you also find throw if you want to go throw Camilo too. And for armor, it's pretty much always the same. You either go for the hospital gown, your doctor's gown. Doctor's gown built into your dragon's toolbox, which is the best out of the two, unlike Chang Pao. And it builds into the Dropnir as well. And you find the slippers over there, so you can do blade boots or killer heels. Do you always craft blade boots or always killer heels? The shorter the game, blade boots becomes better. The longer the game, killer heels gets more value over time from the 5 armor. Because blade boot is RNG. Crit damage. And your helm is probably one of the two, close down, racing helmet, that you will upgrade into aero helmet or counter stabby, whatever. That's the hospital gown. And a weapon you can do so stabby from that video, from that armor base. You could do Volbigletto. You could do some Joel's sword. That's the kind of thing you can do along those lines here. And also you have fabric armor steel. The fabric armor base and for steel, classic Creed Crusader, and then after that probably you're looking to do a Sky Piercer along your stabby weapon, and Albert Axe, and the Sky Piercer Albert Axe along those helm and armor base. You also have the classic Windbreaker armor, which is pretty good for stabby, especially if you're not playing purple cell in your research visual here. If you're not playing purple cell like blue, green, or red, you can definitely go for the Windbreaker armor here. Either School or School is more battle suit, and Hot is more rocker jacket. And the weapon will depend. Battlesuit is more building into Cosmic Bidden, and Uptown is more building into Lance of Poseidon. And also you have some RNG possibly, those weapons. For the Twin Sword, you possibly can RNG Starsteel Sword, Starsteel Twin Sword. And for the Rapier, for School, you have option. You can do Addis Edge or Cosmic Bidden, so you have 2 options there. It's good to have option, and that's pretty much what you can build with Camilo. So pretty much right now, as the time of making this video, Camilo is not there. Still looking to find his spot in the game. Another thing they might do, they might rework the skill, because they rework a lot of skill from character too. So we don't know if they will change it, but definitely you'll see some change over here over time for this skill. Probably not on the stat side, but it could be if they do change, they rework Camilo entirely, but yeah. For now, Camilo, that's what it is. He's an RNG character, pretty much. That's all they wanted it to be, though. So RNG can make it that you have a high ceiling, but how's the floor? That's the thing there. Enjoy your Camilo game, pretty much. Until next time, bye everyone.